Hey y'all, it's your girl Bianca, bringing you another episode of I Got You Sis Chronicles. I have a super special guest. We have a conversation about accountability partners. Prior to starting our conversation, we watched a video that identified 5 traits of fake friends. Here are the traits.
Hi.
Today, I Got You Sis Chronicles is all about accountability partners, and really, that's our friends. That is who is there for us. That is who tells us when our stuff stinks. That is who encourages us, roots for us,
Yeah.
really just keeps us going. So we have to make sure that we choose the right ones. So today I have a special guest with me, one of my accountability partners, my friend Brittany. Hey, Brittany.
Hi,
How are
Boo.
you?
I mean, we're gonna be a little bit all right after this quarantine is over. We got to do another re-edition of this, but I'm just blessed to be a part of your community, and I feel honored that I'm on I Got You Sis Chronicles.
So, I mean, how did you feel seeing that video just now about how to spot a fake friend? Like, did you see some stuff that you've been through?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the biggest part was the last slide on they bring more drama, and when it's about them, like I'm calling you about something I'm facing,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason you just divulged yourself in this, and I'm trying to figure out how in the hell it became about you
Right,
when I
right.
told you I was cheated on or whatever.
Exactly.
You start giving me your story. No, sis, let me finish my story.
Right.
Then I can hear about your story.
Yes.
But it's like there's no advice given. It's all about you and
Right.
not about me. And at the time that I'm calling you as a friend and I need that real advice, I need you to listen, actively listen to me. And I'm looking for that advice from you. You can give me a story or two, but I still need to how it's going to tie back into how I'm not supposed to go to jail for killing Tyrone.
You say to somebody like that, like you want to be their friend, you want to try to work the friendship out, but you see,
Yeah.
like, they always make it about them. Like, you can't get the support that you need. What's the conversation look like?
I think you have to, in the moment, stop them. So if one of the flaws is you're talking about yourself,
Right.
right? I have to say, hey, so real quick, this was about me, and I'm not trying to be selfish or self-centered, but I called you because I need advice, and you start talking
Right.
about you. Can we not? And I'm going to keep going on. And at the point that my friend keeps going on
Right.
and never releases her advice, I'm going to assume this probably ain't it. How I would have that conversation after the fact, because I'm a Sagittarius, so you know that we very
Right.
emotional creatures. So I know I have to take a step back before I confront my friend. So I would have to take a step back. I had to do this before, and a week later, I brought the conversation back up again. Hey, this is how you made me feel, and then at that point, it's going to be how they receive it,
Right.
how they communicate back to me. And if I sense any goddamn emotion, bitch, we done. This was, you know what? This was good, friend. This was good. Bye, bitch. Don't call me now.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely. I think I've had to be like, hey, I got the floor. I think I called you. Okay, I made the phone call, so it might have been something that I had for you.
Right.
So no, definitely. I think that's like a red flag, is when somebody cannot come outside of themselves for a moment to be proud of you, or to sympathize with you. But you also got to watch out for those people that get excited to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you happy and they like kind of like down because you happy, but then when the drama comes again, they like amped up to be like, girl, it's gonna be okay. Niggas ain't, like.
Yeah.
So you gotta.
That's something that I'm still working on.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm still working on, because that's actually, because you can identify that. That's a really good trait. That's really hard to identify, because when you're happy, you're not really listening for them to be not happy, right?
Right.
It's all about you. So you call a girl, I got this from us. You're not really listening for, oh, okay, that's good. All right.
But I mean, okay, but how many times have you had that friend? I know you had to hear this. You might have to think back to it. And probably your husband, him being a Leo like myself, probably is the one that points it out. where you got something, maybe you got something new, and they like, oh, look at you and your new little job and stuff. You doing your little thing. Like, why the little gotta be in every
That is
like, can it just be a job?
okay. So yes, I've had that. That is very true.
Or it's like, oh, congrats on your job. You know, I was just applying and I got an interview coming up tomorrow. I'm be and Coca-Cola and NASA. Girl, you know what I'm saying? But congrats on yours, because I got mine too.
Like you took it up a notch. You took it up a notch on my
like, good job, but I'm here.
Yeah. You are so right. There was an acquaintance, because you know when you get dumbed down, you get dumbed down to that.
Right. You're right. You get demoted.
Yeah. And Jamal had to point it out. He was like, "Dang, this is the third thing you told old girl, and she had to one up you. You didn't see that one up." Yeah. And I'm being honest. I was like, "Dang, I didn't even look at it. Mine look at it like that. You be looking at stuff so crazy." He was like, "No, you need to check it. Check it again. Check it again."
You got to see it.
Yeah.
And then when they're, you know, because that's the whole in competition with you. You know, that's the whole thing where they feel like you can't just be great and they can't just be great. But I always tell people that it's a bunch of stars in the sky and they don't need to take no light from the other one to shine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to shine just fine on their own. So why can't we win together?
Yeah.
So it's important to surround yourself with people who want to win. It's important to surround yourself with a mixture of people. Some people who are ahead of where you are, some people who are where you want to be, things of that nature, so that you can stay motivated and you don't get stagnant too. But like, when you're building up your circle, you making a team. Okay, because we're trying to get through this thing called life. You know, for myself and for you, like, we be on some bossy stuff. Like, we're not trying to do the same thing that we was doing yesterday. Like, everything is next move, next move, next move. So that's what type of friends that we have. We have friends who are trying to get it. When you find somebody who is just lazy, not trying to do nothing, that friend don't stick around too long.
It doesn't. And I think, because again, you are my accountability partner. I think I'm actually going through that now. Yeah. Because, you know, quarantine bring a lot of honesty out. Okay.
You know what? And you got to pay attention to who texting you, checking on you too. Yeah. That's another thing. That phone be dry hanging.
Look, it brings
nothing for nobody.
It brings a lot of honesty out. It brings a lot of, you kind of question I just put it all on me. So again, I need your help. I question the person that I'm like, hey, so if I talk to you, say 3 times out the week, and them 3 times you ain't did nothing. You ain't redirected you ain't redecorated a room. You haven't got on nobody's calls. You don't work, right? Because we, you know, most of us are. Some are blessed, some aren't. But you're not trying to look for nothing that's in home, maybe some telemarketing, nothing. Right. I start to question some things. Right. Now, what I did do recently is ask questions. Hey, what do you want to do? Like, you know, are you not bored for just not waking up every day and going downstairs, making coffee, eating breakfast, and watching TV? Like, you don't, you know. I mean, I think I watched all Netflix. So you still on Netflix? I can tell you all the shows. You know, and it's like, no. Okay, well, you know, you and I, we work out. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to be this guru. I mean, I think by the time this is over, I should be fine as hell and a chef, right? These are my 2 things that I think I'm going to be perfected in, and also knowing my different wines. I'm just going to be things at these things, okay? So, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I do feel that it should be something, nothing too big, but something you've redone your closet. That's something that a lot of women struggle with. I know me, you know, because we have so much, we buy stuff on the whim. Maybe your husband had found a project. I mean, you know, just something to keep not only your heart racing, but your mind going. Right. You know, have you started a book club? I was thinking about doing that. Like, you know what? You know, I'm all about the erotic books. I like that. So we can find some people that's on that with us. You know? Get that. But, you know, what else are you doing? I've actually started questioning some people in my circle. Yeah. Just because I want them to do better. You know, when I love. So when I love my friends, I do. Like, you're right, Bianca. I'm like you. I'm going to love you the same way as I'm going to love myself. So I'm going to say, hey, so what you do today?
Right. Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
you know what? I think that's another thing too, because if you do keep coming back to the same thing, I'm gonna just stop asking you. I'm gonna stop asking you, because it's gonna be the same thing anyway. I might just start talking about myself all the time because you ain't got nothing to talk about. You ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna talk about? The soap you used to wash your tail today? I mean, so, but for real, like when you see that somebody's not doing something, especially during this quarantine time, it's super important that you stay busy. And I'm not saying that you got to go out and start a whole new business.
Right. No.
Gonna be the next Super Saiyan and you know, be Judy and all them. Like, I'm not saying that. Okay, you don't have to come out with a pressure cooker. You don't have to do none of that. But what I am saying is, you set goals every day for yourself.
Yeah.
Today I'm gonna work out. You know, shoot, I got my garden. I just went out and I bought some flowers because I love lilies. So I bought some different lilies, and I have my little lily planter that I'm about to set up.
That's really cool.
Something, you know, just anything to keep it going. I try to do something with the kids. Yesterday we were doing a cha-cha slide. We've done yoga. We did a salsa class. We've done all types of stuff, but just kind of keep it engaged and stuff like that. Especially dealing with like depression and anxiety and stuff like that. You know, that's another reason why you want to have something every single day, because you will fall into a depression, not even noticing it, because you're in the house. You're not getting a lot of sunlight being in the house. Okay, so would you say that you have to approach picking your friends like you picked your man?
Yeah. Everybody doesn't get that initial, hey girl, let's go to dinner. Nah, we gotta go on a couple of like dinner, like dates.
Right, yeah, something small. Like,
we gotta try it out. I think we might have said this when we went to Jamaica. Remember we said that? We were like, oh, okay, we can be good travel buddies because we tried it out.
Yeah, you wasn't complaining.
No, we wouldn't.
I didn't have to go off by myself. I did not have to go off by myself the whole time. Like, I was okay. And that's funny, because I am such a loner. Like, I have to have my me time to recharge.
I think with me, the person I am, why I think we did so well is we're on vacation. So I'm so the yes man. Okay, all right, let's go. All right, we may die. All right, we may die.
You know, and it's not a good time with me if we don't put our lives
in jeopardy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody who knows me knows I'm gonna do something crazy.
Yes, everybody watching, Jamaica was amazing. It was right before our quarantine.
Yes, amazing. Have to go back.
Yeah, but I do like to go back to the question. I do. I definitely deal with my friendships like I deal like I'm dating. We need to go on a couple of dates.
Right.
We need, you know, I know it sounds crazy, but I actually love when things happen to see how my friend's going to react.
True. Very true. Same thing in relationships.
Dude, I feel like high school was so much easier because shit was always happening in high school. As an adult, you kind of got to fish out some drama. Like, okay, let me tell this girl won't my ass real quick. So. I think, you know, I was with this girl. She got a man. I didn't know he had a girl, but she wanted to fight me. What we gonna do?
You just gotta put some test runs out there.
That phone gets quiet. And I don't even hear you trying to talk me out of it. I'm like,
right. But that's true though, because I know that for me, I'm not going out like to the club or something. Like, I might do a restaurant, a lounge, or something like that. But I'm not going out to a club with just anybody. Like, you have to be my sisters. You have to be my family for me to go out, because people get real crazy when they're drinking, and if it's shooting or whatever it is may be. Not saying I've been, you know, the hole in the walls and nothing like that. It happens everywhere. We in Atlanta.
It does. Right. You can't be picky.
No judgment though. But for real, you have to kind of know that somebody's going to have your back. I'm not saying jump in front of the bullet, but pull my weave so we can get out this door. Something.
Yeah. Make sure I make it out with you, not after you.
Like, I got a rule. Okay, if you don't see me, I'm already gone. Meet me at the car. Okay, that's why.
And you know what? Sometimes it's something as easy as family stuff. You know, how do you react to me saying that I haven't talked to my sister in a couple of weeks?
Right.
How do you react to me saying that my mom, is really ill and, I'm, how do you do that? Is it just you calling me? Is it you coming being my real sister?
Right.
I look at that too.
Mm-hmm.
How, I think you and I got closer. If you don't know, I'll tell you how we got closer was during AJ.
Okay.
I mean, that's my brother. That was my heart and soul. And you didn't have to do anything. You could have just really kept our friendship where it was at level 2, right? Like, okay, we're cool, we check on each other. But at the point that you were there, I mean, I don't even think a lot of times I was able to articulate my words. Talking to you, his birthday, you check. I mean, I don't have to ask you to do this, and you're doing it. I think at that point we went from, hey, you cool, to that's my sister.
Right.
Stuff like that really turns the friendship.
Right.
So
no, I definitely feel like that. I think that the other thing with my friends is that we have to have I have my friends for different things. I don't necessarily share everything with everyone because I know what I can go to each friend for. I have my friend that I go to for my ratchet crimes, who I know is going to be like, yeah, girl, that's what's up, blah, blah. Okay. I have that friend that's going to, pray with me. I have that friend that's going to kind of tell me like, okay, so, that I see you, but I don't know if that was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
You good? You good? Okay, you good.
But you gotta have different friends, and sometimes it overlaps as well. But just know, I think that for me, I love my friends who are honest with me.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not going to like what they have to say, I have to hear it. And even if I don't listen in that very moment, I heard you, and it's something that I can reflect on later on.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I'm reacting to the you don't listen in the moment. It's so true. But you do come back.
I feel like it's important to, like you said, build your team, identify those bad seeds, and don't be afraid to, you don't have to have a whole conversation and tell somebody that we're not friends anymore and this is why and blah, blah, blah. No, you just kind of fall back and see where it goes from there. It's just like in a relationship. You don't have to tell the person that, oh, we're done and this is why. When you have those type of conversations, you're not done. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have those type of conversations with somebody, you're not done. You're looking for a reaction. I'm done. I'm not looking for a reaction. I don't need you to reason or rationalize anything for me. I'm just going to stop calling. I'm just going to stop answering all the time. I'm going to stop being as available, and we're going to see where it goes from there. If it's something that you really want to fight for, then you're going to make the moves accordingly. But if not, that's where I wanted it to be anyway.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, you hit the nail on the head with that one. Definitely right. I mean, and we're to the point you're so right. I don't have to tell you, my friend's gonna file back. Yeah, on that birthday, I may text you a couple days after your birthday. Hey, you had a good one? I saw it on Facebook.
So let's talk about this last one. This last one is the friend that you don't necessarily get to talk to them all the time. Your lives have changed. Maybe you guys used to live in the same place, but you don't live in the same place anymore. Maybe they work nights, you work days, whatever it may be. This friend you don't really get to connect with anymore.
Okay.
As much. But when you see them, when you talk to them, it's like you never missed a beat. Those are your true blue friends.
Okay.
Because they understand where you are in life. They understand that things go through cycles. They understand all of that, and it's all love. So it's a matter of, maybe it's just not in your routine to pick up the phone, like you usually do. But when you do pick up the phone, you're on the phone for like 2-3 hours, catching up on everything.
Catching up.
If they do see an opportunity to support you, they do. They're coming. And vice versa. If they want you to come, you're coming, whatever it may be. But there's those friends too. You don't have to be up my behind every other day to be my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just be there when I call. Know that if I called and I'm talking to you about something, it's because I need you. So let's, just be there.
Yeah, I think those are the best friends.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you should call your best friend.
Right.
Because you're right. Because y'all don't talk that much. And when you pick up that phone, it's like you never missed a beat. And then when I do call you, you gonna answer or at least call me back because okay, I ain't talked to Brittany in 2 weeks, but she don't call back to back. Something wrong.
Right.
That's that friend. And I cherish if you have that friend, because everyone may not have that. So if you're able to have that friend, you are most definitely a very blessed individual. Because I don't know, but I don't think they come a dime a dozen. I think it's pretty, special. So
now, and I said that would be the last one, but I thought about this one, and I thought about the fact that if you have that toxic friend or that fake friend that we identified at the beginning, and time passes and that person maybe has matured or, just has shown some growth or maybe even realized their faults and come back around. Have you had a friend that, you fell out with, but you were able to become friends with again? And how genuine do you feel like the relationship was the second time around?
It took time. I think just because of how I am as a person, we all have opportunities.
Right.
Once we fall out, I'm assuming that we're not going to get back. Like, I'm like, we're good. I don't hate you. I don't hate nothing for you. I want all blessings for you. But we're done, right? So the one time I did have someone to come back around, it took us months to get to where we were even an inkling on how we were before we left off.
Yeah.
It took it, and I will give her props. It was more on her end of like, hey, I was just checking on y'all. What y'all doing? It was, hey, my favorite flower, my favorite color is blue. My favorite flower is hydrangeas. And when it bloomed, she actually sent some. And when we finally got to talk after I opened my shell back up, it was one of those. It was a crying moment. I shouldn't have did that. Like, bro, I was stupid. I didn't value friendship. I didn't value what we had. And then, of course, at that first time, I started saying my faults. Who am I to judge anybody? You're trying to be here for me. Who am I to not say that you're not genuine? You have to prove to me that you're not again.
Right.
But that has happened. And it, like I said, it took a while, but it's stronger than ever.
Right.
So sometimes that realizing they're not a good friend, you falling back, them falling back, something happens in life to bring you back together. Sometimes that friendship is one of the strongest.
Right. I haven't had one of those yet.
I don't know though, Leo. You may not come back.
When they came back around, I think that I tried to do the come back around thing, but the trust it just wasn't the same. Not saying that it can't happen ever in life. I still have many, many more years to live, God willing. But I mean, I've had friends where I've had a falling out with them and then we came back together and we're good. I've had that. But not where you were just super like not being a good person at all. And then we were able to later on. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But like I said, I have had falling outs with friends. And we came back together because this is my thing. I'm very loyal, and the loyalty that I show you in our friendship is the loyalty that I'm going to show you when we are enemies or when we are not cool anymore.
Exactly.
And what I mean by that is anything that you told me that was a secret is still a secret.
Right.
Something that I have had where people came back around and called on me for something, or I was able to call on them for something because we did have that, really good relationship. But as far as you was fake and phony and I'm sorry, you can stay gone.
Right. I'm falling back. So I'm falling back. This is good. Okay, this was good.
Well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me via Zoom
on quarantine. And when I get these braids, I better be back. I'm just saying.
Okay, yes, come back through. Definitely when you get laid and played.
But seriously, I'm very proud of you for starting this. You don't know how many women you're gonna help. It's gonna be so enormous and so amazing, and I just wish blessings on this for you and every other thing that your hand touches and your spirit touches, and God is just going to bless you and bloom you. So I am just so blessed to be able to watch this and be the support you need as well. So thank you for having me, and I can't wait to join again.
Thank you. Thank